with destruction. It's coming. Because the word says it's coming. It's coming. That's why I took you to Romans, the 16th chapter. Y'all looking for everybody to come together. We ain't going to all come together. We ain't going to come together. Romans 16 and 17. Until the Most High ordained the time that he's going to bring those that's supposed to come together together. Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them. You would say that cause divisions and offenses. You got to mark them that cause divisions and offenses. Talking behind your back. Remember, these are the false prophets who come in among us. They false teachers. Because they cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. You have a right to avoid them. When you hear all that, they coming into your ear. This is why. For they that are such serve not our power of Mashiach Yahushua. They don't serve a Mashiach Yahushua, but their own belly. They're looking for something for themselves. Some kind of exaltation. And by good words and fair speeches, speak very well. Oh, wow, you know the precepts. By good words and fair speeches, deceive the hearts of the simple. What's that call you? A bunch of simpletons. See? That's what they do. They deceive the minds, because the heart is the mind when you look at Mark 7:21. Mark 7:21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts. So your mind is the heart that it's talking about here. See what it says? For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts. Where the thoughts come from? From your mind, from your brain. That's why you see the heart is talking about your thoughts. 2 Corinthians 11 and 13. All praise to the Most High. 2 Corinthians 11 and 13. For such are false apostles. Such are false apostles, deceitful workers. Like I say, this how you know the son of the Most High and the son of the devil. Devil means deceitful and evil person. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach. Yeah, they are in the name of Jesus, in the name of Yeshua, in the name of Yahushua, in the name of Mashiach, Yahushua, or Ba'ashem of Mashiach, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Yahushua. You hear that? Ba'ashem Yeshaya. Whatever name they're using. It don't matter. If you're not really rolling with the Spirit of the Most High and understanding what He wants us to do, as it is written. You know, we could be so technical against each other, man, dissecting this, dissecting that, dissecting this, dissecting that. What is your method for eternal life? That's what this is all about. No more, no less. No more, no less. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach. You understand this and overstand this point. There are false apostles in this earth deceiving people, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach. Like in these secular churches. A lot there. Come on. Our people go in as Gentiles and come out as Gentiles. I have 69 different identities asking my brothers and some sisters, what's your race? What's your nationality? 69 different identities. You gonna tell me that's not lost? We not the lost 12 tribes of Israel? Everybody else can give you an account of their ancestry or who they are. But us, no. Confusion of faces, as the Most High said. Listen. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Mashiach. And no marvel, for Satan, listen, Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. You hear that? Therefore, it is no great thing If it's ministers, then you know Satan have ministers. Also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. Remember, you already said destruction coming to them. Destruction coming to them. Because of what they are going to bring forth, that's going to displease the Most High. You got to please the Most High. What this is all about. 2 Peter 2:2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. And we see that. What did the preacher say? Well, I got to deal with the truth first so you'll know. Then I come back to what these preachers be saying, because the truth is defined in Psalms 119, 142. Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness. I mean, it'll last forever. And thy law is the truth. So the Most High's laws are the truth. His rules and regulations is the truth. So now, going back to 2 Peter 2 and 2, it says, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth, keeping the laws of the Most High, shall be evil spoken of. Oh no, we not in the law, we not mercy and grace. And you're Gentile. But you under mercy and grace. No, you're not. No, you're not. Mercy and grace was only given to the children of Israel. Let me prove it to you. And you can run with this forever, because it's right here in Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. First and foremost, it says, they that put their trust in him. You put your trust, your faith in the Most High, shall understand the truth. You put your faith in the Most High, you're going to understand the laws, such commandments of the Most High, his rules and regulations. That's the truth. And such as be faithful in love. What's the love? Faithful in love. What's the love? 2 John 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it, to keep his laws, statute, commandments. That's love, to keep his laws. This killing anybody that say that anybody's under mercy and grace. This proving that the Israelites are the only ones that was given mercy and grace right here. Wisdom of Solomon 3:9. They that put their trust in him, you have faith in the Most High, shall understand the truth, which is the laws of the Most High, his rules and regulations, and such as be faithful in love, keeping his commandments, shall abide with him. So you understand this. This is a formula. Just like you have a recipe, and every time you make you apply that recipe, whatever you make turn out delicious. It's the same with this Bible. We can understand through the precepts. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. But you got to know the precepts to be able to break this down. Sometimes word for word. Between comma and comma, as we're going to look at this. For grace and mercy is to his saints. See? Grace and mercy is only to his saints. And you see the same thing in the New Testament, say to the saints. In these Bibles. The King James 6:11 Bible, you see what I'm saying? It say to the saints. So grace and mercy is to his saints. So who are the saints? I'm going to go to the long version. because a lot of you might be new to this, so I'm going to go to the long version. Psalms 148:14 is a short version, but I'm going to go to the long version for you. Psalms 50 and 5. When you go through this, who can gainsay on this? And that's what I like to do, so to make sure that there's no question about who are the saints. Psalms 50 and 5. Gather my saints together unto me. We define the saints. Who are they? Those that have made a covenant, which is a contract or agreement, with me, the Most High, by sacrifice. Right? So who is the covenant given to? Because a lot of y'all want to bring everybody into this covenant. Now, this is clear. Gonna break through the chase right here. Psalms 105 and 8. Psalms 105 and 8. Those who have made a covenant with the Most High. Let's see what that is. He have remembered his covenant, which is a contract or agreement, forever. Forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. Which covenant or contract or agreement he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. See? So you can't get by that. Abraham had a son named Isaac, who had a son named Jacob, who was a forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Period. Now let's go to Psalms 148:14. Psalms 148:14. We've proven who the saints are. He also exalted the horn between the power, because the horn is the power of the bull. It's not what he used his horn. The ram, he uses horn. So horn means power. He also exalted the horn or the power of his people. The praise of all his saints. Who are we? Who are the saints? Even of the children of Israel. Who are we? A people near unto him. Praise ye the Most High. So continue, go to Psalms 149:1 and 2. Praise ye the Most High. Sing unto the Most High a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints, right? Let Israel, there it is, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. So, who the children of Zion? Isaiah 51:16. It's all here. You're not going to get around it any other way. Unless you have scriptures that can debunk this, bring them on. Isaiah 51:16. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, we here to see who Zion is, thou art my people, right? So he said, say unto Zion, thou art my people. So who's the Most High's people? Exodus 3 and 10. We still looking at mercy and grace given to the saints. Exodus 3 and 10. Come now therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people. That's what we hear. Who's the Most High's people? The children of Israel out of Egypt. That's the Most High's people. So going back to Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. You put your trust in the Most High, you're going to understand the laws of the Most High, his rules and regulations. And such as be faithful in love, which is still keeping of the commandments, shall abide with him. Because you're going to be doing what he said do. You're going to be obedient. For grace and mercy is to his saints. We just defined the saints as the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. And he have care for his elect. So who's his elect? He have care for his elect. You can't go wrong with bringing forth the understanding from the precepts. Look at Isaiah 45 and 4. He have care for his elect. Isaiah 45 and 4. For Jacob, who's the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. There it is. Not no other nation, but Israel is his elect. So we have care for the 12 tribes of Israel. Now let's get one more. We've proven who mercy and grace was given to. Wisdom of Solomon 4:15. This the people saw and understood not. Understood it not. Salakia. Neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints. See this? His grace and mercy is with his saints. Who are who? The 12 tribes of Israel. And he hath, excuse me, let me read it again. This the people saw and understood it not. Neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, as we just defined it. And that he hath respect unto his chosen. I mean, this is clear. He hath respect unto his chosen. So, who the Most High have respect to? To his chosen. Exodus 2:25. Last verse in the Exodus 2nd chapter. And the Most High looked upon the children of Israel, and the Most High had respect unto them. We have respect unto his chosen. So now, Deuteronomy 7:6. Deuteronomy 1:1 says, these be the words that the Most High spake unto Israel on this side of Jordan. So it's talking to the 12 tribes of Israel. The book of Deuteronomy, like the whole Bible, is talking to us, giving us instructions and commandments. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power. The Most High thy power have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. How special? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You see? So we are the chosen people of the Most High. He chose us, but we always try to find a way not to do what is conducive to bring forth the love of the Most High to us. It's sad, but it's real. See? So, let's continue on. And shalom to everyone entering into the Facebook and the conference call. Welcome. We go over watching. You gotta watch, brothers. 2 Peter 2. And 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be even spoken of. So you have a lot of our people that are following different ways, that our brothers are coming up with different ways to have you not follow the truth that you should have been known and knowing for some of you. And it's sad because some just coming in, and some, they might, go to church. You look at the churches and so forth, these secular churches, I like to call them worldly churches, that are telling our people that they're not under the law of the Most High, but under mercy and grace. These are, verse 1, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Most High that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Because these are they that Mashiach Shai talk about in Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, hear this, and shall teach men so, like they say, you're not under the law. I'm telling you that you do not have to follow the Most High. Anyone that says that we're not under those are his laws, you saying you have to follow him. These are these pork chop eating preachers that are telling our people that they're not under the law. One thing about I find most of us that are Israelites, Hebrew Israelites, we are telling our people we have to follow these commandments of the Most High. That's why Mashiach is telling you, whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, as they telling you, you're not under the law, but you're a Gentile and you're in mercy and grace. That just prove that the mercy and grace only came to the saints. That's the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel, period. So if you're not an Israelite, the mercy and grace not to you, period. But whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. That's where you want to be? So you're going to be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But this condition, whosoever shall do and teach them, do and teach what? The commandments. So how you going to tell them Mashiach came on the law, came on the earth and put the commandments on the tree when he died? No. He telling you here, but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. See? For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees that are here today. Them same spirits right here today amongst us that we reading about. That's why you got to watch, brothers. Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. You're not going to the kingdom of heaven. If your righteousness don't exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, man. These are men that are taking the truth and denying the faith of a Mashiach Yahushua and not really letting people know that we are Mashiachim, we are the anointeds, we are the Messiahs, and the Mashiach is the Most Highs. Therefore, all you that's trusting in man, making man you're gonna die, man. You're not gonna make it. Mashiach Yahushua, last time, one of y'all out there, show me your leader that's coming through the fourth dimension to come here to deliver us. Just one. Just a half of one. Any of them. It's not going to happen. The Most High sent Mashiach Yahushua back here to deliver us from this present evil world. Not no man. Told you, man, you're going to be saved by no man. In Deuteronomy 28 and 29, no man shall save thee. Our salvation coming from the Most High, not no man. And the only way you're going to reach salvation is to please him. Not no man, but the Most High. But how you going to please him? You don't know enough about him. What will please him? The solution that's right here that our people are telling us and showed us by living and being living examples of us. That's the only way we're going to make it. But a whole lot of people are going to be right there. They're going to be right there. That's why I say these people, these men that's coming to you watching, that's why I say you got to watch out, brothers. 2 Peter 2 and 3. And through covetousness, design everything that they can find to get their hands on, or design whatever somebody else have. Shall they with fiend words, they talk a good talk. Make merchandise of you. Give me your money. They want all the money they can get. Getting all the tithes. You're not under the law, but you're under mercy and grace. But they go to Malachi for them tithes. They go to Haggai for them tithes. Well, a man rob God? You hear that in the church, right? But we're not under the law. They tell you not under the law, but Our people ain't smart enough to be able to even say, well, how are you going to that law of paying tithes? And you even believe in the law. They use that one. They sure use that one, don't they? Oh yeah. They got to get that money. That's why I say. And through covetousness shall they with fiend words make merchandise of you. I mean, you think about it. We're nothing but commerce. We spend over $1 trillion a year. Don't have nothing to show for it. And look at all the mega churches, all the money. That's why I say making merchandise of our people. And the babies don't even have no Pampers, milk. And women that gave up all their money to the church. And I've seen this in my lifetime a few times. And preachers took all their money, knowing good and well that this woman just had a baby on welfare and around, taking all her money, giving it to the church. I was in a donut shop one time, and this lady's daddy was in there. He was amongst all the elderly men. And they were talking, and he said, I ain't giving her no more money for nothing. Because I gave her money for the babies, and she took it and gave it to that dang on church. He was pissed off. He was mad. And left the babies without anything. They ain't have nothing. And I gave her the money to take care of them babies, and she gave it to that church. He was mad as ever. The church supposed to be set up to help the people, period. Supposed to collect money, and that's money supposed to take care of whatever responsibilities they have, and the rest of the money supposed to be looking at what the people need. That's the essence. That's who Mashiach Yahushua was. That's who the apostles was. And that's who we supposed to be like. Looking at what's a need and have the funds and the means to be able to help the people. Period. And that's why I look at those churches. People are taking their last and giving to them. And not receiving nothing back. They walk in there dead. They walk out there dead. You know? Going in dead, coming out dead. Because they don't know who they are. They don't know the formula that it's going to take to reach eternal life. Think about all the people that died. Say, oh yeah, homecoming. They going to heaven. Can't like I told them on the funeral, you better not say, prove to me that you know that person that casket went to heaven. They sure ain't say it. They sure didn't say it. Show me in the Bible you can prove that they went to heaven. Homecoming, going to heaven, they can't prove that. Most of them don't even know nothing about what happens after death. Period. They don't even know what's happening in life. As we read about right now. Both sides of the power of the living, not the dead. They don't know nothing about that. But you go to those funerals, you say, oh, homecoming, oh, they going to heaven. Gonna be with the Most High, gonna be with Christ. Come on, man. That's why. And through covetousness shall they with fiend words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. I mean, it's coming. Most High gonna get them. Believe me, they ain't getting away with nothing. You know, like I say, they false apostles, man, showing themselves that they're the apostles of Mashiach, the apostles of the Most High. You got damnation for them, man. Let's go back to 2 Corinthians 11. And I really don't care how you feel about it. Because I love the Most High and I love His people. And I hate to see my people being led astray. You can't, I mean, it's just like this, man. Get a 1 Timothy's, man. This our people, man. It's like, when you gonna come out of it? 1 Timothy's 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times, we're in the last days right now, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits. You know? That's what a lot of you done gave heed to seducing spirits. These cats coming up with these new doctrines, these new revelations of something that they never was of old. They don't have a foundation of the elders that brought forth all the truth. You don't want to believe in that? Stop dealing with whatever they brought forth. Come up with your own understanding of these scriptures. You can't. You're going to have to go into what it is that they brought forth and what we have always been bringing forth to get the understanding of these scriptures, man. Now the Spirit speaks expressly that in the latter times, when the last days, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. You hear that? Doctrines of devils. You know, doctrines of a Mashiach that was shy, but doctrines of devils. That's what they're bringing forth. Deceitful, evil people. Looking at how they could become someone when the Mashiach was shy to make himself a no reputation. Listen, speaking lies and hypocrisy. What's hypocrisy? Going against the word of the Most High. In understanding what it's talking about, y'all. Having their conscience seared with a hot iron. That means their minds, you know, hot iron, just leave that print of that iron. You just see things on the board or whatever, clothes, you done burn with that hot iron. You can't get that stain out of it. You can, that mark is there. That's why I say you can't move them. They stiff-hearted, stiff-necked, rebellious. They're going to do exactly what they want to do because they've been seduced by seducing spirits. You know, that's why they speak very well, but they actually are deceiving the minds of the simple. You're a bunch of simple people. That's why you're being led astray by the simple. Some of you simple on your own. You don't need nobody to lead you. You're just simple. Why? Because you are in gross darkness. The Most High said, told Esau, skip thee in the darkness. So he put the people in gross darkness, gross ignorance. That's why you don't know what you should know. That's what they would know how to go in this Bible and deal with all subject matters of life. It's here. The formula is here. It ain't went nowhere. It's been here. You just open up your mind to see. You come out of that darkness so you can see the marvelous light. You know, you come into the light is the Mashiach, is the Mashiach Yahushua who came on this earth to show us how to follow the light. That's why he says he's the light. What's the light? Proverbs 6:23. This is the only way you're going to come out of darkness. The only way. It's only one way. Proverbs 6:23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light. We get around it. The law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of light. That's just the way it is. So we got to really look at this. Go to 2 Corinthians 11, the 11th chapter. We got to take heed. That's why I say watch. Be looking out. Be on the lookout. That's why when you know what you know and you see those things happening within your realm of teaching and people that you're around, then you should know because Most High is telling us. He already told us. A lot of you might not know, but I'm bringing it to you. These are the things that I know, and this is things that we say, well, it doesn't affect you because you know that it's going to happen. 2 Corinthians 11 and 19. For ye suffer fools gladly, seeing you yourselves are wise. For ye suffer if a man bring you into bondage, if a man devour you, if a man take of you, if a man exalt himself, if a man smite you on the face. He says, this is talking about, you know, these cats who deal with Esau and his ways on the jobs, and they come to the brother in the truth. You can't deal with your brother, but you dealing on your job. How you doing? How you doing today, boss? Oh, I'm doing all right. What's going on? Oh, I'm glad you're doing all right, boss. All into making sure you have favor with your oppressor, but then you come into truth. You come around the brothers and you all hardcore. You treat them like crap. And you know who I'm talking about. The shoe fit and wear it. You know, a lot of you out there just like that. Wish I could have a camera to go around with you to see it when you go in front of the man. Like a brother say, yeah, man, they love me on my job. I say, that's not important to me. The brothers in there, they're the ones supposed to love you more so than them. Who cares? That's you join with them. I mean, you got to make money, but you better make sure your people, Mosiah said, Jacob have I love. I can't say it enough. Better make sure you love your people. You loving the white man more so you love your people, just for your job, just for a working situation. You can't deal with the brothers. Can't be real with the brothers in the truth. For a man bring you into bondage, for a man devour you, for a man exalt himself, for a man smite you on the face. I mean, you catching hell, man. You going through it. Verse 21, I speak as concerning reproach, disgrace, as though we had been weak. Howbeit, wherein soever any is bold, I speak foolishly. I am bold also. So you got to stand as a man also and not be weak. But sometimes you got to be a fool for Mashiach Yahushai's sake. However the situation is, you got to adjust to the situation so that you could be bold. Not conceited and exalt yourself, because it's a situation. You got to know how to maneuver in your situation. Mashiach Yahushai said you're going to be hated for your own name's sake. Whatever name is your name, no. He said, for my name's sake, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, you're going to be hated. If you riding with a Mashiach Yahushai, if you rolling with a Mashiach Yahushai to the glory of the Most High, yeah, you're going to suffer. You're going to go through something. He went through something, didn't he? So I say, pick up your cross and follow me. What do you think that means? You're going to catch hell. And so what? Big deal. You see? You got to work it out. Be strong and bold. This is what he said. Look what Paul said. Are they Hebrews? Are they Hebrews? He said, so am I. See, I'm a Hebrew. See, I speak as a fool. But he speaks as a fool for Mashiach Yahushai's sake. Bahashama Mashiach Yahushai. He had to suffer for Bahashama Mashiach Yahushai's name's sake. Say, I am more. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. Are they ministers of Mashiach? I speak as a fool. I am more. Hear that? He said, I am more. So I'm more minister of a Mashiach than them. In labors, more abundant. So I do more work than anybody. That's what he's saying. I'm laboring. I'm laboring. In stripes, above measure. Meaning getting beat. He got beat, man. Listen. In prisons, more frequent. Being thrown in prison. He wrote most of the New Testament. In prison, more frequent. In deaths, often. Often seeing death. That's what this truth is about. That's why you got to be bold. You got to be a man and stand up. A lot of y'all are weak, man. Y'all don't want to stand up for the truth. That's why I exalt men that's of old, that's still hanging in there, and still standing for this truth, man. Every time we step on the street, our lives in danger. That's what he's saying, man. Hey, people saying, oh, this, that, and the third, but you behind a computer. You ain't bold behind no computer. In the security of your house. Mashiach Yahushai was speaking to multitudes. They wanted to kill him when he was out there speaking. He had to run sometime and hide in between the crowd, man, to get away, because it wasn't his time. So they killed the prophets. And they're going to be martyrs in our time. But at least stand for something. Except for behind some damn computer. Y'all talking all that talk. When you gonna get on the street and bring whatever you believe to the people, to the masses? If you believe it, you should be out there to grab the people. Look, this ain't no secluded thing, man. It's wide open right now. So I can't relate to some of you brothers, man. Y'all done went into some kind of shell or something, or never came out of your shell. Look, y'all better understand the word of the Most High, because that mercy and grace is going to be lifted up. Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom crieth without. Wisdom is the proper application of knowledge. It's crying without. She uttered her voice in the streets. In the streets. Y'all need to be going out there in the streets, grabbing our people, teaching them. Telling them that they are the children of Israel. Tell them about the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And exalting him. And tell them about a Mashiach Yahushua is a black man with woolly hair. Because that's one stigma that we have as a people. They believe wholeheartedly that this is the Most High. This is all about the Israelites. They believe this is the Most High. You see that? That's what they believe is the Most High. Right there, in your face. That's what they believe is the Most High. This is what they believe is the Mashiach Yahushua. So you ain't out there trying to grab our people to bring them out of this lie. Don't talk to me about it. They believe that's a Mashiach, the one in the middle. Right there. That's what they think is the anointed Savior. And have a fit right there, you see? And this is in the Catholic Bible. They got the Apocrypha, everything in it. That's who they believe is the anointed Savior. Now, how you say you love him and you ain't going to go against that? You can't say you love him, you ain't going against that. Last I read, he said he had a hair of wool in Revelation 1:14. His hair like a wool, and verse 15 says his feet like a fine brass that burn in the furnace. See? Supposed to be in the streets letting our people know this. Because our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. They don't know. They have no clue. They have no clue. And it will go up against you behind you saying it. You see? See, Paul, and you know, man, that he's a Hebrew of Hebrews. And he suffered for Bahashem, Mashiach Yahushua's namesake. Why? Because he was against that when he was Saul. He was putting people to death. He was part of getting people put to death for calling on the name of the anointed Savior. Straight up. So he had to suffer for what he had people put to death for. And he wrote most of the New Testament. So if he could be converted, anybody could be converted of our people. Going back to 2 Corinthians 11. Listen. Verse 24. Of the Jews, 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one. You hear that? 5 times he received 40 stripes, save one. That's 39 stripes. 39 stripes, man. They beat him. But that's the law. You know, Israel's going as they think they following the law. That's why when you look at Deuteronomy 25, let's start at verse 1. If there be a controversy between men, and they come unto judgment, that the judges may judge them, then they shall justify the righteous and condemn the wicked. And it shall be, if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten, that the judge shall cause him to lie down and to be beaten before his face. He's going to lie down and be beaten. That's the judgment. According to his fault, by a certain number. So whatever you did required a certain number of stripes that you would receive. Listen, this is what happened to Paul. 40 stripes he may give him, and not exceed. Can't go over 40 stripes. Can't exceed. Can't give him 41, in other words. And beat him above these with many stripes. Then thy brother should sing vile unto thee. See? This is what he's received. Going back to 2 Corinthians 11:24. Of the Jews 5 times, he received I 40 stripes, save one. 5 times. 5 times 40 is what? 200. Minus 5 will be what? 195. 39 times 5, man. 5 times he received this. Thrice mean 3 times was I beaten with rods. 3 times he got beaten with rods. Once was I stoned, he got stoned. Thrice, 3 times I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I have been in the deep. A night and a whole day he's in the sea. In journeyings often, in perils, dangers of waters. Perils mean dangers of waters. In perils or dangers of robbers, somebody trying to rob him. In perils, dangers by mine own countrymen, his own people, Israelites. In perils, dangers by the heathen, these other nations. In perils and dangers in the city. In perils or dangers in the wilderness. In perils in the sea. In perils or dangers among false brethren, in weariness and painfulness, in watchings often, in hunger and thirst, in fasting often, in cold and nakedness, beside those things that are without, that which cometh upon me daily, the care of all the churches. So who was weak and I am not weak? Who was offended and I burn not? See? He was going through all these things. See? He said, if I must needs glory, I will glory of the things which concern mine infirmities. Things he's going through, as we just read about. See, I'm going to glory about that. And that's what you got to look at and be prepared. You see? For whatever. You see, you got to be ready. You cannot faint in the time of the Most High dealing with you. Because he kept going. Isaiah 48:10. Say, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction. See? He chose in the furnace of affliction. But he said also he would never give us more than we could bear. But we still chose it in the furnace of affliction. For mine own sake. Not for our sake. It said for his own sake. For the Most High's sake. Even for mine own sake will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? See? That's why we're being refined. Slowly but sure, I like to use the analysis of a sword. You take a sword and you heat it in the fire. That's a piece of metal. Heat it in the fire, get it red hot, then you put it on the anvil and you start beating it to shape it. And that's what's happening with us. Slowly but surely. As he brings forth his spirit and revealing certain things to us little by little. He didn't give it all to us. That's why we know in part and prophesy in part. You see? He said, for mine own sake, even for mine own sake will I do it. How should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another. Hear what he said? He's not going to give his glory unto another. No one else. Say, hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my called. I am he. I am the first. I am the last. See? That's why we got to listen to the Most High. Acts 5 and 35. Acts 5:35. Acts 5 and 35. And said unto them, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves. Take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. They boasting themselves to be somebody. And said unto them, well, let me start up at verse 33. Say, when they heard that, they were cut to the heart and took counsel to slay them. They took counsel to kill them. You see? Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law. See, a doctor of the laws of the Most High. His rules and regulations had in reputation among all the people. So all the people knew him, that he was a doctor of the law. And commandment to put the apostles forth a little space. And said unto them, that's what he said, ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men of the Most High. For before these days rose up theaters, boasting themselves to be somebody, exalting themselves, thinking he's going to be somebody or acting like he is somebody. To whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, they all was killed, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught, brought to nothing. He's telling them. After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the taxing, and drew away much people after him. He also perished, exalting himself. He also perished, and all, even as many as obeyed him, were dispersed. And now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone. Leave them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, how they was operating by Shama Mashiach Yahushai, it will come to naught. Says of men, it's going to come to be nothing. Listen. And listen closely and clearly with understanding. But if it be of the Most High, hear this clearly. If it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it. You're not going to overthrow it. Lest happily ye be found even to fight against the Most High.